Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today for your live reaction replay video, we have a replay featuring the Tier 8 Pan-Asian Cruiser, the Harbin. The Harbin is a cruiser I do not know too much about, for I have not played it much at all. I do believe I have this ship somewhere in my port, but it's been a hot minute since I have touched it. However, it does appear to be your pretty standard, Tier 8 Pan-Asian cruiser. You got some deep water torpedoes, a reload booster for those torps. It does have a heal, although again, given the, nature of the Pan-Asian cruisers, that's to be expected. DFAA, smokescreen, and depth charges on the deck. So it is being driven today by Homeless. I think he's been featured once before on the channel. I don't remember what for though, but I do remember him being around. So it looks like this is, well, again, a pretty standard Pan-Asian cruiser. It looks, the Pan-Asian cruisers are basically, all Asiatic Atlantas, and it appears to be the same here for the Harbin. I'll have to take this little ship out after this match. But anyway, he is in a Tier 8 flush game. He got a very rare straight Tier 8 game. Like, behold, everyone in here is Tier 8. No Tier 7s, no Tier 9. So that's, luck of the draw right there. Wish it would happen more often when I would play Tier 8. But yeah, so he's not top tier, not bottom tier. He's just on tier, so that's pretty rare. He's going pretty hard for the C cap, though, which I would wish, more of my cruisers would do this. Actually go for the cap and not sit in the back for the first, 20 minutes of the game. Oh, I'm just also noticing, too, that there's only 2 cruisers per... Oh, he's in danger. Oh, man, this is a battleship heavy match. Oh, and double CV and sub. Monkey paw situation here. So he gets a game where he is, just on tier, but the trade-off is there's 2 CVs and submarines in his match. Everything else is a battleship that loves to see... Ooh, there you go, yep. That loves to see light cruisers like the Harbin. So he eats a bit of damage there from the Massachusetts, takes off about the fourth of the HP of his Harbin. Gets his torpedoes off on the Numancia there and the 2 masses in the back. Looks like he's going to miss that first mast by a long shot, but that second mast is looking pretty good. God, look at this. You see all the torpedoes in the water right now. That you think that's pretty crazy, which it is. And they're deep water torpedoes too, so they hurt. Oh, Homeless, my man. Oh, very lucky there. But then remember that the Jinan can crap out far more than this, and a similar amount of time. You can get like I think 30 torpedoes out with the Jinan using the reload booster within a few minutes, which is just kind of nuts, right? The second mast looks like he is going to pass harmlessly by the torpedoes as well. Although there is the Numancia back there. Ooh, I think he nicked the Numancia with 1 torpedo there. Still going on, though. Oh, there we go. How did that happen? So, oh, wait, hold up. I think he clipped the Massachusetts with 1 torpedo. And then he just nuked the Numancia there. So he's taken out, well, half of his competition on the enemy team now. So that's pretty good, picking up a kill that early. All right, so, well, actually, the C cap should be pretty free for him to take right now, since that Numancia is gone. Ooh, look at the Kaga B. He is awfully close to... What is he doing, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I think this man might be Homeless's second kill of the match. What are you doing, Kaga? There is a lot to be said about, playing cycle rate, but pulling up in front of the C cap when, you saw your friendly cruiser get deleted, maybe not the best decision there. Popping a smoke screen. Will he just stay spotted, though? Because I think he's spotting him. What was that? The Iparanga gets his shells out on the Kaga. But unfortunately, again, Homeless there was spotting him. Oh, Lord. So, of course, it's the hard decision. Do you rush out in front and spot him? Considering there's a Vladivostok right there, I wouldn't really rush out in front of the smoke screen and try to get him spotted. The Kaga, was probably trying to go nose into the island. Probably thought that since the sea cap was being untouched, he was going to have a chance at getting there. But unfortunately for him, that was not the case. However, ooh, yeah, there he is. He did lose about half of his HP, but, you know, if the CV doesn't matter if he's at half HP or 1 HP. Once he gets to where he's going, he's pretty, well, invulnerable. Pops his DFA on the Kaga's planes. Not really getting too many of them down, though it won't really matter unless the Kaga absolutely just flies into the flak. He won't really run out of planes thanks to that amazing regeneration rate. Does pop his DFA on him, though. Gets a nice 12,000 plane damage out of that. He is also capping the sea cap, which is very good. The Kaga is pushing with the Massachusetts. Buddy, it's not a Graf Zeppelin. He's not in a division with him, so I don't know what he's doing. Now, if that was a Graf Zeppelin pushing with the 2 Massachusetts, that would be a much different story. So anyway, Homeless is focusing on this Vladivostok right now. He's also about to get a solo cap ribbon here for the sea cap, which is huge. So now the friendly team has a cap advantage on the enemy team as they lose the other cap that they did have before the 2 Massachusetts decided to push into the D cap. I'm just so perplexed at what that enemy Kaga is trying to do. Ooh, Vladivostok is pushing up right now, and, well, Homeless is going to be very exposed to this Vladivostok. Oh, oddly, it's not the enemy Kaga that's W keying into the sea cap that gets sunk. It's the friendly Kaga that gets sunk. That is okay. Oh, wow. How did that not arm on his armor? Wow. Because, you know, normally with the Pan-Asian cruisers, no armor is best armor. But, you know, Homeless here just ate that and somehow didn't get citadeled. That is very interesting. Torpedoes coming from behind. Is that the Kaga's torpedo? This is the Kaga's torpedoes. Okay, he should be good. So hopped over to AEP, but unfortunately the Vladivostok's armor is a little bit too chunky for that. You might be going for the superstructure at the end. No, I'd stick with HE. No, you know, it's worth it to give it a whirl to see if you can get some good alpha damage with the AP, especially on like the superstructure of these battleships. But yeah, not really working out there. Swats back over to HE, gets a fire on the Vladivostok, gets 2 fires on the Vladivostok. So the Vladivostok is nice and cookie right now. His torpedo reload booster did just come off of cooldown. Swats back over to the AP. He should be able to get him from this angle, being this flat on the upper armor. Maybe he does. That is his second kill of the match. Kaga's planes coming in. Yeah, dive bombing the friendly Ipiranga there. I don't think that really... Yeah, no. Pretty sure he missed that. Doing way too much maneuvering there to have any realistic chance of getting those bombs off. Homeless is now eyeing up the same 2 Massachusetts from earlier. Waiting for them to hit the accelerator and come rushing down that flank. You know, because right now the question is this Massachusetts going to keep hugging this island or not? Because if he turns out, obviously this would be a lot more attractive target for his torpedoes. Swaps over to the Bismarck and just gives them both tubes. And let's see. Yep, the Kaga is still just sending his planes over here non-stop. Uses the reload booster to get another 2 set of tubes out on that Bismarck for a total of 12 torpedoes heading his way. There's a defense expert. Wait, hold up a sec. When did that happen? Oh, okay. Well, alright. He shot down 35 planes, most of those from the Kaga. These torpedoes on Bismarck look, I think, pretty decent. If the first set doesn't, the second set should, I think, unless he does some wild maneuvering. Oh, look! Homeless has found the second CV, the Yorktown! Oh, you gotta love it. Man, where are these CVs that don't sit in the back? You know, my enemy CV is always sit in the back by the, you know, like they're waiting to go to the next map, but these guys are just out and about. Man, what the heck? Looks like the Bismarck does manage to avoid the torpedoes, however, so that's most unfortunate for Homeless. I mean, shoot, he could have reused those torpedoes right about now to deal with the Yorktown. Homeless, he's about to... Oh, yeah, no, he's up to 46 plane kills now. 47 now. Good lord. He has wandered into the Hornet's nest here. But he does have his... I believe, yeah, his last smoke screen is up right now. Oh, the Yorktown smokes himself up. Speaking of smoke screen, yeah, I love it when support CVs do that. Oh, there is a Massachusetts that's on fire in 2 places. Gets his rear turrets out. on that. Is he going to set another fire? Nope. Gets non-pinned. North Carolina takes the kill there. Bismarck's over there in the back. He's out of his smoke screen now and spotted. I'm guessing the Imperaga is just going to have to proximity detect the Yorktown. I mean, hey, I'm here for that. Situation, though, match is very even on points, very even on ships. Enemy team has a bit of an advantage right now when it comes to the points, so there is that. But as far as kills go, very even. For some reason, again, the Kaga that was W King earlier is still somehow alive. I think this Ipiranga is about to come across the Yorktown. Speaking of that Kaga, there he is. I think he's about to not be alive for too much longer. This is a very close game. Very exciting game so far, too. Let's see. Homeless is out of DFA. He's out of smoke. He's got one torpedo reload booster yet, and he's got left, and he's got 2 heals left. Yorktown is... Ipiranga, are you going to ram the Yorktown? Okay, no, just try to do a Pirates of the Caribbean drive-by to the Yorktown. That didn't work. Okay, now the AP should work on the Yorktown. Or torpedoes. Torpedoes work too. That's cool. Ooh, he gets his engine knocked out by the Yorktown secondaries, which that's just unlucky. Alright, I don't know if you can give him 2 sets of torpedoes. Yeah, you did it there, but I mean, hey, you know... Sending a message is just as important as securing the kill. Unfortunately, though, the U-190 takes out the Tirpitz B, and the Bismarck takes out the North Carolina. So that's 2 more friendly ships down at the cost of 1 CV. Yorktown coming in with his final flight of planes on the friendly Ipiranga. That Kaga B is still alive somehow. Somehow. But, you know, Homeless here is going to make sure that doesn't stay that way. Up there's the Kaga's planes. Ipiranga spamming HG at the Massachusetts. Massachusetts returning AP toward the Ipiranga. This Ipiranga's been begging for AA support. Little does he know, he's with a man that has now shot down 67 aircraft. My God. That's a lot of planes. And again, boss, the Kaga's still going to be sending planes out. I bet like at least half full squadrons because of the replenishment rate of her planes. If you build into it, it's I think right under 60 seconds for most of the squadrons, which is just absolutely redonkulous. Alright, so the Massachusetts is pushing the other friendly Ipiranga, who's way the hell out there. That's not really a good place for the Ipiranga to be. Don't want her to be in the open. Really, any of the Pan-American battleships because they get farmed down so easily due to their low HP and their armor schemes. So he's not having... Well, I mean, his secondaries are going, so he's having a pretty good time right now. His F key should certainly be building up. There's the Kaga. Homeless's old adversary from the beginning of the match. Gets his guns out at him. That should be a dead Kaga. Oh, actually, that Kaga looks like he's actually low on planes. So there's that. And there we go. That is Homeless's... What was that? 4th kill of the match. Alright, so now the friendly side does have the CV advantage since their CV is, well, still alive. So that's good. But they are fairly separate besides Homeless and this Ipiranga. The other Ipiranga, again, is out in the open, facing down the Massachusetts and a Bismarck. U-190, enemy U-190, I'm going to assume is probably going for the B-cap to cap that. Although Homeless did just, along with his friendly Ipiranga here, capture the D-cap, so that's a good pickup for the friendly team. They should start to catch up here in points momentarily. Oh, of course, actually, the replay bug is back where the points are flipped. So the red team's points are actually the green team's points are the red team's points. So flip those points. So friendly side does have a points advantage at this moment. But there goes the Ipiranga, and there goes some more points for the friendly side. This Massachusetts should be going down here between the Lexington, Homeless's fire, and the friendly Ipiranga's fire. But the Bismarck is still around. And there's still a Benson. I missed the Benson. That's not good. So the friendly side, while they do have the CV still up, the enemy side has 2 ships that are very stealthy that can just run around and basically take whatever they want to take as far as caps go. Oh, there's the Benson. Huh. What are we doing all the way out there? He was almost behind the enemy team when he was behind the friendly team when he was last spotted. I would have kept going around and, go around trying to grab the C cap. That would be a big pickup. But this looks like this Massachusetts B is going to be going down here very shortly. There it is. Lexington takes him out with his rockets or his bombers. One of those. Alright, so now we have the Benson, the U-190, and the Bismarck left. I think the Bismarck's actually capping the B cap. So if this cap stops being capped when this Bismarck leaves, okay, yeah, what the hell is the U-190 doing? Because he should have had more than enough time to either get to the C cap, the B cap, or probably even the D cap at this point. This is interesting, unless he decided to go hunt the friendly CV down, which maybe he did. But I would question, how sound of a strategy that would be, considering that, you have to go all the way out of the way to find the enemy CV when you could be, going to get a cap. Fire on the enemy Bismarck here. And enemy Bismarck insta damage conned it. That is a huge mistake, fellas. You never want to damage con a single fire. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. He's dead. That is Kraken unleashed for Homeless. Yeah, you don't want to damage con a single fire, especially when you're like in a situation like this, because you damage con that one fire, you're just, asking for another fire to get started and for it to burn for the full duration. So you kind of want to be a little bit more... I mean, granted, if he's out of heals, yeah, at that point, he doesn't really have too much of an option, right? But generally, you want to hold on to that. Hey, there's that Benson. Hi, Benson. So the U-190 is in the C cap now. Okay. Oh, who's going to get him? Homeless or the Iparanga secondaries? Homeless does get him for his 6th kill of the match. All right, so now it is a U-190 against an Iparanga, a Harbin, and a Lexington. All right. Here comes some torpedoes. Oh, they are homing on the Iparanga. Looks like he's going to eat none of those. Shout out to the 2-kilometer homing deactivation range on battleships. Right, so that means the Iparanga should be able to, outmaneuver them, considering how maneuverable the Pan American battleships are. But the Benson torpedoes out of nowhere. Iparanga's turning, trying to avoid them. He does manage to do so, but now he's going to get caught in a bit of a cross. No, actually, no. That one is... I don't know where that torpedo is going. I don't think it does either. So we know the U-190 is at the surface because... there he is. Yep, because the C cap was being capped. And there we go. Match has been won. That was pretty entertaining, fellas. 6 kills. Not a huge damage number, but it's Tier VIII, and he was dealing with DD for portion of the match. Look at that, 3,200 base XP. That's what a solo cap ribbon does to it, dude, along with a bunch of plane kills as well. So he got a defense expert, devastating strike, Kraken unleashed, and first blood. He only got 5 torpedo hits too, and keep in mind 3 of those were on the Yorktown, right? So yeah, look at that. Harbin, I guess I will have to take the Harbin out, the Tech Line Tier 8 Pan-Asian Cruiser. 3,200 base XP, though. My man, that was excellent, And again, fellas, damages and everything. He had 139,000 damage game, but 3,200 base XP in a Tier 8 game? That's awesome. These are pretty rare by Tier 10 standards, let alone in a Tier 8 match. So, Homeless, thank you so much for sending this in, my guy. If you have a replay that's just a good match like this or an interesting game, please feel free to send it in to the email linked in the description down below. Hope you guys have a great Sunday and a great rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys next one.